Hello everybody and welcome back to Screen Stars. I'm here today to review the 2017 movie Jungle that stars Daniel Radcliffe, and it is based on a true story. And Daniel Radcliffe plays a guy called Yossi, who is a European who has taken a year out of his life, and this is in 1981, to essentially have some adventures and travel the world and see the world. And he ends up in South America and Bolivia, I believe it is. He befriends a couple of other guys. I think one's a German and one's it might be Australian, something like that. Either way, and they're like-minded people, and they're into adventure and exploring. And they are taken into the depths of the jungle by a guide to see the most remote tribes, get the best pictures, go to the places that the tourists don't, and this excites them very much. And the first half of the movie is that part when they're going into the jungle, getting on the adventures, having a few mishaps, some of them getting injuries, bad feet, a few arguments here and there, but still bewildered and astounded by what they're seeing. And it gets to the point in the movie where one of their feet is so bad they can't continue to walk. So they have two options really. They can either turn back or continue on but do it upriver on a raft. Initially they all agree to do it on the raft, but the guide that they have with them, who they are trusting to keep them safe and alive, it's very clear that he's not comfortable on a raft, and it all goes wrong fairly quickly. They manage to get off the raft safely the first time, but the guide basically says, that's it, I'm not doing the raft anymore. And he gives them an ultimatum, and he says, right, I'm going this way, I'm walking, you can do what you want. And essentially one of them decides to go out with the guide, the one with the bad feet, and Daniel Radcliffe and the other one continue on the raft. They want to continue on with the expedition, and the plan is to meet them a few days down the river. But it doesn't go well. There's an accident on the raft. They're not experienced enough. They fall off the raft and they get split up, and Daniel Radcliffe then is left to fend for himself in the jungle. And he's got to stay alive, basically. And that's the story that we get here. It's a survival movie, it's a thriller, and it's kind of a cross between Castaway, the Tom Hanks movie, and The Beach. And I have to say, it's a pretty good movie. This very, very impactful in some areas of the movie. I haven't really watched an awful lot of Daniel Radcliffe since Harry Potter. I don't know why. I've seen a couple of things, but I have to say his performance really did bowl me over a little bit in this movie. I thought it was pretty outstanding, and this young man has got some talent when it comes to acting, and I think he's making some brave choices in his roles. He's working hard to make a name for himself as an actor, and he deserves a lot of credit for this role. I think he does a tremendous job here. Really commits to it, and you feel his pain and torture, and very, very good performance in this movie. I think it was when I saw the trailer, I was kind of expecting it to be more like a Castaway thing, and it was going to be like several years in the jungle. It isn't like that. I'm not going to give you the time frames of when he is lost in the jungle trying to survive, but it's not to the lengths of Castaway, put it that way. But it's still, that doesn't take away, what this individual in real life went through. And it was very interesting at the end of the movie. They give you some information about the real people, and it shows you some pictures of who they were and what they're doing now, that sort of thing, which is always nice, I think. You get your usual couple of, gross out moments in the movie. He gets infected with some kind of leech that he's got to deal with, and loads of little scenes like that where he's basically got to fight to stay alive while he's out lost in the jungle. So like I say, I think this was a very brave decision by Daniel Radcliffe. I think this movie is probably going to go under the radar, But I think it's a movie that I think if you get the opportunity to see, I think you should give it a go, definitely, because it's a great movie. It's very good. It kept me interested throughout. There were some genuine moments of levity. It's filmed beautiful. It looks stunning. I mean, it really, really does look absolutely beautiful. And it does pull you into the story very, very quickly. You believe the relationship between all the main characters, and you really do fear for his safety in this movie. So you are really, really invested in the story and the characters. So they've done a very, very good job with this movie. And if you get the opportunity to see Jungle with Daniel Radcliffe, I highly recommend watching the movie. Thanks for watching.